The skeleton is rushing towards the girl. Ye Ling sees that her spiritual pet was nowhere to be seen. Surely, she was not thinking of dealing with the skeleton by herself. The girl then says Earth Dragon. A dragon comes out. Earth Dragon, dragon species with rare growth power with higher base stats. She orders her pet to stop playing and finish up. The dragon then attacks the skeleton, finishing it in a single blow. Ye Ling thinks that it was incredible. The dragon then sees that the skeleton was still moving, so it then steps on the skeleton. The girl then collects the drop soul fire, the monster core of the skeleton class monster. Ye Ling thinks that the girl was really something, as she even brought a soul bottle to collect the soul fire. She was from the Hua family, one of the 3 major families in Tianhui City. She then praises her dragon and tells whoever is hiding to come out. Ye Ling is startled and thinks of all of the status of Hua Xianer. She is the eldest daughter of the family and the future heir of the family and the school flower. She had reached the 7th level of the 1st rank at such a young age, while Ye Ling was the 2nd level of the 1st rank after more than half a year. Ye Ling then comes out. Hua asked who he was and why he was hiding. Ye Ling tells that he was just passing by. Hua asks if his name is Ye Ling. He was surprised that she knew her. Hua then tells that she heard of him as the one who got zombie that is unable to evolve as a spiritual pet. She then asks what he was doing in such a dangerous place alone. Hearing this makes Ye Ling a bit mad, and he answers that where he chooses to go is his business and was not for her to care. This makes the Earth Dragon angry, which confuses both Ye Ling and Hua. He then shouts, which scares Ye Ling. This makes Hua laugh and tells her dragon that he should stop scaring him. She then pets her dragon while Ye Ling catches his breath. Hua then politely tells Ye Ling that the place is dangerous and he should not come to a place like this. Ye Ling then says that he is able to take care of himself and she does not need to worry about him. He then leaves, thinking who she thought she was. He then says goodbye as she thought he was still trash. Seeing his attitude, Hua gets mad that even he is shocked. She then calls him a dumbass. She then uses her recover spiritual seal, thinking that there are only few people in the 3rd grade that dares to come to Burial Mound alone, and he was just one of the bottom. She wanted to see what the hell he was up to. She then follows Ye Ling. Hua sees that he was against 3 skeleton officers and such a large group of skeleton soldiers and thinks that Ye Ling was in trouble. The skeleton was about to attack Ye Ling. He quickly calls his pet Shueyo. Seeing a beautiful girl as his pet zombie, Hua was shocked. She thinks if the zombie had mutated or if it had evolved, but how was that possible? Ye Ling then commands Shueyo to kill the zombie. She then starts fighting with them. The skeleton blocks her first attack with its sword, but she knocks it out with her next attack. She then continues attacking. Seeing this, Hua is shocked as Shueyo was just a zombie. Hua watches as Ling tells that it was only just a beginning. Shueyo then gets 2 tasks at once, killing 20 skeleton soldiers and 100 skeleton officers. Seeing this, Ling praises Shueyo but tells her that killing 100 skeletons sounded a bit exhausting. Just then a herd of skeletons comes towards them. So in that case, Ye Ling then activates her berserker ability. Her berserker ability gets activates. Seeing this, Hua thinks that berserk ability for the zombie paired with the ability to sick blood was a little too perverted. Shueyo, with her ability, starts going berserk. She starts killing all the skeletons that comes in her sight. Ye Ling thinks that it was a perfect time to test the effect of spiritual ability. Spiritual chain. The skeletons get bound by the chain. After that, he orders Shueyo to go. She then kicks the skeleton and breaks it apart. Seeing all this, Hua thinks that the berserker ability was terrifying and looked like her Earth Dragon was no match for it. Ye Ling then laughs and thinks that it was a great surprise. He then orders Shueyo to finish the battle quickly. Shueyo then looks at the skeleton and rushes over. With her ability activated, she then starts killing the skeletons with her fists and legs. Her attack was ferocious and fast, and she had completed the assignment in a very short time. The toughest skull of the skeleton was pierced by Shueyo in one go. Hua had never thought the one who she thought was trash would become her biggest opponent to enter the top-level Guardian Academy. No, she thinks that she cannot give up yet. Ye Ling, looking at the skeleton, is thinking why no good things were there after destroying so many skeletons. He went through the skeleton head and thinks that picking up things was very troublesome. It would be nice to have auto pickup. He then gets a notification. It states that he had a new mission, to level up to rank 2 level 1 that contained auto pickup, and the reward was a mysterious item. Ye Ling thinks why the system wanted him to level up to rank 1 level 2. He thinks that he is far from reaching rank 2, so for now he had to pick up the items himself. While picking it up, he sees that something is shining. He notices it. It was a flawless bone. It was one of the materials needed to evolve Shueyo to the next stage. He had not expected to be able to obtain the first evolution material that easily. It appears that luck was on their side. The other one required was the second grade darkness crystal. They then start searching again. Ye Ling tells Shueyo that they should continue their search, and there were still many targets waiting for them. Shueyo says, "Yes, master." A few hours later, Shueyo is glowing all red. There are zombies in front of her. She then releases her aura and attacks the skeleton. She destroys all the skeletons that is present there. Ye Ling crushes the skull that is there. Her mission was completed. 20 skeletons were killed, and she had received 50 XP and a set of exclusive clothes. Adding that to 50%, Shueyo EXP had increased to 80%. This leveling speed was unheard of. He then gives the exclusive clothes to Shueyo and tells her to change into them quickly. Shueyo then starts changing in front of him. His nose starts to bleed seeing this. She then changes to her new clothes. They then again start killing the skeletons. The new dress had an auto repair function, so she could wear it for a while. After killing some zombies, she then levels up. 2 level ups in a day and straight to rank 1 level 4. Ye Ling could not believe it. It was getting late and the monsters at night were too dangerous. So, they decided to head back. Night falls. Ye Ling is in his hotel room staring at his stats. In just one day, Shueyo and he had undergone drastic changes. There were only a few days left before the academy selection, so they had to hurry and fight monsters and level up. In the following says. He decides that he will call the teacher tomorrow and ask for leave. It was late night. Hua was still practicing her technique. After seeing Ye Ling, she did not want to lose to him. She is then called by her dad. He asks why she was still awake this late. She tells her dad that she saw an evolved zombie today. Her dad says to her that she must be mistaken, as zombies could not evolve. He then pats her head and tells her that although academy selection is important, she did not have to pressure herself. He just wants her to do her best. She tells her dad that she knows, but her dad tells her to go to sleep. 3 days later, it is the day of academy selection. Center of Tianhui City. The mayor's mansion. The ships of the Guardian Spirits Academy were impressive. The mayor of Tianhui City, Shang Lingkong, welcomes everyone that he had been waiting for. The individuals that he was waiting for were representative of Qinglong Academy, Lu Feng rank 7 level 8, representative of Baihu Academy Bai Tong rank 7 level 7, representative of Xianwu Academy Hua Ling rank 7 level 7, and finally representative of the Guardian Spirit Academy Hongxiu, rank 7 level 8. They were all there for the examination. At the examination field, a lot of people are gathered there. Lu Wu then looks everywhere and does not see Ye Ling. He thinks that Ye Ling had given up. Just then he hears his name being called. Ye Ling asks if he was late for the exam. Lu Wu hits Ye Ling and asks him what he was doing for all these days, as he could not even be contacted. If it weren't for the teacher saying that he was on a leave, Lu Wu would have thought that Ye Ling had died. Ye Ling tells that he is a strong guy and was just cultivating for the past days. Lu Wu says that Lu Ling had a different feeling. Ye Ling tells that it might be because he will be getting an offer from the top Guardian Spirit Academy. Hearing this, everyone starts teasing him as one having trash spiritual pet and that he could not get into any academy, let alone the top one. Ye Ling then tells everyone to laugh all they want as they won't be able to laugh at him anymore. One of them shouts that the representative from the 4 academies and the mayor were there. All of them come in the selection arena. The mayor says that the participants that year were very active and gave the green signal to start. Then the program begins. It is announced that the trial is about to begin, and everyone is told to keep quiet. Ye Ling just wants to show everyone how much he has grown. The teacher says that the trial is going to begin soon, and he repeats the trial's contents. The Guardian Spirit trial was split into 2 parts. Part 1, Surviving in the Secret Domain. All students who participate in the trial will be teleported into a fixed secret domain and they would be attacked by rank 1 demonic beasts. All the students then need to survive there for 3 days. Participants who pass the first trial will then continue with the second part. Part 2, The Trial is Combat. Students are split into groups. Winners will advance into the next round while losers will impede in their corresponding groups. Anyone who fails in the first round is only qualified to enter a low-ranking Guardian Academy. The more rounds they get through, the more times they win, the higher their chance will be to enter a high-ranking Guardian Spirit Academy. The top 10 equally have the chance to enter the top Guardian Spirit Academy. If not, the top 10 would at least be accepted in a high-ranking Guardian Spirit Academy. The teacher then tells them to compete within their strength, not to push too much or else they might even lose their life. Life matters more than anything. If dead, then there will be nothing left. One of the students asked the teacher if people really die. The teacher explains that there will be dangers everywhere and only they themselves could protect themselves. Just then Lu Ling notices something. He gets a new mission. It was to complete the first recruitment trial of the Guardian Spirit Academy. The reward for which was 3 spiritual power crystal. Ye Ling thinks that there was only 1 demonic beast in the domain for him, so it should be easy. One of the students sees Hua Xianer and shouts that she was in front. Hua was looking to see if Lu Ling was on the ground. There was a rumor that she was the seeded player of the exam, and several big academies were coming to see her. Ye Ling wanted to show who the real talent was. The mayor tells everyone to shut up while he summons a gate of the secret realm. The first stage of the exam had begun. The instructor tells everyone to enter the secret realm to find the best position as soon as possible. The academic representative starts talking about the students. They think that the young lady from the Hua family was really good. Then the other says that the last candidate who entered was a bit interesting. It might be so, but the order of admission should be based on academic performance. So they continue observing. Ye Ling let the other enter first, but the secret realm was for him. The best place to grind materials. He then enters into the secret realm. There were different places there. Jungles, rivers, desert. Students were everywhere. Ye Ling is at the top of the mountain. It was cold there. He thinks it's safer to call Shueyo first and does so. He then tells her that they need to go down the mountain first. He gets down the mountain. He had been walking for a long time but had not met a single candidate. Not only that, but he had also not even encountered a single monster. Just then a bird monster sees them. It starts shouting and coming towards them. It was a steel-winged bird. They were basically a rank 4 monsters, but fortunately judging by their length of wing it should be an infant. Ye Ling orders Shueyo to attack the bird and teaches it to behave. Shueyo then quickly launches an attack. She attacks the bird. And with just a single strike, the bird is terrified, and it leaves them and runs away. Ye Ling looks at it, tells the bird that the next time it won't be that lucky. Ye Ling thinks it was a pity that Shueyo could not fly, otherwise that bird would not have gotten away. Flying pets were good, so he planned to definitely get one next time.
Thank you for joining us in this recap journey. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. Comment if you have suggestions, want more of the series. Don't forget to share it with your friends. Do subscribe if you want more similar content. This is Universe Nexus, your passport to the immersive realms of anime and manga.